Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. And today, we want to wish, first of all, a happy Friday for everyone and happy Saturday for those who are already on Saturday. So today we are bringing you another topic, and we are today on episode 13.
Yes, our topic for today is financial independence, how to start creating wealth online.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, but I live in North Carolina, USA. I am a former educational assistant. I am a wife, a mother, a proud digital business owner, and a mentor.
Yes, thank you. We also want to remind everyone that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is register into our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. Sorry. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. So the first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. So our live webinars is every Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time, so 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. Now, the second link that you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now, you're probably wondering, so what is it that we're going to find out on the webinar? So on the webinar, you're going to find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So let's find out who were the hosts and panelists from yesterday's live webinar.
Okay, so yesterday's hosts were Chris and Karen. Chris is a former firefighter, and Karen is a former elementary vice principal. We also had Rishma. She's a stay-at-home mom thanks to this business. We had Steve Hall. She's an accountant. Lala is a former childcare teacher. She's now boss free, so doing this business full time. Regina is a former mental health care worker. So as well, she's doing this business full time now. Bishu is a pharmacist. Hetal, she's a charter accountant and also a job quitter. And Shay Sri, she's an online business owner, so doing this business and not doing anything else. So if you want to learn more about this business plan, don't forget to register or send us a direct message.
Yeah, thank you, Isabel. Yeah, so if you catch in yesterday's replay, our replays have subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: the Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So you can catch this replay before next Tuesday's live webinar. All right, so let's dive into our topic for today.
Yes, our topic, financial independence, how to start creating wealth online.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So, welcome again to another episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. And today we are on episode 13. So, today we are back where we're talking about something that changes life, and that is, the financial independence and how you can start creating wealth online. So, if you've been feeling like you're working hard, but it's still not seeing the life you want, this is for you. And we have been there, working hard and some just surviving, not being able to live comfortable, especially how things are going now. But let's be real, in today's economy, relying on a single paycheck is risky. Yes. According to a 2024 CNBC survey, 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. So even those earning six figures. So the question isn't, can I afford to start an online business? But rather, it's, can I afford not to? So it's not something that, like it was an option like before, it's a must to have nowadays. So today we're going to be talking about the following points.
Our points for today: number one, leverage low cost entry; two, tap into automation and a global reach; and three, build multiple streams of income.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking today. So let's start with our first point.
Okay, so leverage low cost entry. You don't need a brick and mortar store for massive capital. With the right online system, you can start with a fraction of the cost of a traditional business. That means your profit potential growth faster, and your risk is lower. This is the thing. It's funny how a lot of people always message us and ask, like, is this business free? Well, if you start a traditional business, will you be able to do it for free? It's the same thing. You're doing a business, so of course it's not going to be free, but at the same time it's not going to be as expensive as a traditional business. For those of you who are, a brick and mortar business owner, you know how much you had to pay to start that business, and you had to do it all along. Well, in this business, you don't have to pay as much, and you don't have to spend monthly in utilities. You don't have to pay for the power, for the water, for the employees, for insurance. There's so many fees you have to pay when you have a traditional business, but we don't have to do that here. So, it's not as expensive to start, and it's not expensive to maintain as the traditional business. So the other benefit about this business compared to a traditional one, you have global reach. When you have a brick and mortar business, it's just in that location, and if you use online, if you do business online, you can reach a little bit more. But with an online business like ours, you have global reach. So you have business partners all around the world.
Thank you, Isabel. Yes. And the other thing is like, if we're talking about, the brick and mortar, you only are open certain hours. Well, the online business, you're open 24/7, and that's thanks to the automated system. So it allows you to work less hours, way, way less hours than a traditional business. And the scalability of the business, is amazing. Like, well, we're talking about global reach, and also in terms of financial part of it, also, it's all small, but it keeps increasing. um and then, like, we're talking about the entry. Well, Isabel already talked about that. But it's not a huge investment, and it's not something that you have to spend every month, like a brick and mortar. Um, you don't have to pay employees either. In a brick and mortar, you have to pay employees. So there's a lot of things that, on a brick and mortar you are paying. um and the other thing, like, instead of seeing the profit, it will take you a while to see a profit on a brick and mortar. Now on online business, to be able to see the profits is shorter than, we can say, like, if, for example, in our business, in average, it goes from 3 to 5 years, depending on each individual and how much they contribute. But in average, that's what we see in our community. We have people that does it in less than that, and we have people that it takes a little bit longer. But everyone goes at their own pace. So that's the other beauty of that. Um so when we're talking about here, the in terms of cost, the other thing is, our expenses in the online business are tax deductible. So that helps you, to have a return of your income. And I want to mention this because, like, Isabel was mentioning, a lot of people, they think that this business is free, or sometimes they say, like, oh, but um that's too much money, to invest. But what they are not seeing is this is an investment and there is a return of investment, just like any business. When you start, you invest a lot of money. You don't see the results right away. For a business, I think it will take them like between 5 to 10 years, something like that, where they're gonna start seeing, like they're gonna lose for the couple of years, and then after that they will break even, and then after that is when they're gonna start seeing the profits. But in our online business, you're gonna be able to see the return of investment, and what for that you think is a lot of money, actually that's nothing compared to what you're gonna receive on return. But you have to think as an entrepreneur, okay? Because if you think about as an employee saying like, oh, that's a lot of money, that's why you're not seeing the return of investment of that business, of that the online business that you're doing. So you have to see it as a return of investment that you're gonna get not now, but you're gonna get it later, and you're gonna have profit out of that investment that you invested. So that's for that point. So let's go to the next point.
Okay, our second point, tap into automation and global reach. So automation lets you earn even when you're not online. You your marketing, sales funnels, and training works for you 24/7. And because it's online, your audience isn't just your neighborhood, it's the entire world. And this is something I already mentioned a little bit on the last point, but this is a huge benefit comparing a traditional business and an online business. First, because you have automation, right? Like this week, I was on vacation with my family and we were going places, and I kept getting a lot of messages, reaching out, asking some people, actually doing registration for the business and all. And I didn't have to be on my phone 24/7 to make that happen. And that's the power of having an automated system, that is working for you, because the automated system does a lot of the selling for us, in the background, sending emails, just keeping everything in your funnel. And well, our training is also very powerful and is available to us 24/7, because even though like Sandy and I are right now collaborating, she is in Canada, so she's 3 hours earlier than I am. I'm over here, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what time you have right now when you're watching us, because my automated system is working for me all day, whatever is it that I'm doing, whether I'm sleeping, I'm out, seeing places, I'm spending time with the family, cooking, whatever, the system is working. And then, whoever's on the other side, they can watch the training at any time they want because it's there 24/7. And well, you know, you have a whole world of potential customers or potential business partners that you can make, because you have that reach. We have global reach, and we can actually get people from around the world. And this is how, we have gatherings in different places. That's because we have business partners all around. And so that's why we have gatherings and people go and join. And like Sandy said, earlier, all these things that we do for the business are tax deductible. So we get to travel and we get to claim that as a business expense. And that's, who doesn't like traveling while doing business, while doing connections and meeting other people.
Yeah, thank you, Isabel. Yes, I'm one of them that love to travel, and that was actually the ad that I saw was about that. The traveling and the claiming your those traveling expenses. So
Mhm.
that's one of the things that piqued my interest. But not only that, as I went through and learning more about this online business, there were many more things that I love. Like for example, we were talking about not spending so many hours like we usually do on a traditional job or on a traditional business. You spend less hours and the business is still working, behind the scenes. So, like Isabel was mentioned, she's traveling and the business still running behind the scenes. So that's one of the beauties of that, and that's thanks to the automation. And the other thing, like we schedule usually our posts ahead of time, so we don't have to worry about, not having posts while we are on vacation. The other thing, like your, for example, here, marketing, sales funnels, and training work for you 24/7. Yes. And that's the other thing that we have in our platform, uh, really you have all the tools and resources to be able to succeed. The training is 24/7. And before, the training was only in English. Okay. Now we have training available in other languages to make it, available to people who doesn't speak English very well. So now they are able to have it on their own language. So, and there going to be more languages added as our global, because we're a global online community. As more of this community keeps growing, more languages will be added to that. So, and the training is available to you anytime because it's online. So you can reach it, with your laptop or your cell phone, as long as you have internet, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world. So that's the other beauty. You don't have to be in one location. Like you can be, for example, like last year, Isabel and I, we were in Japan, and we were able to do our business from Japan, even though we were not in, like, she's from the US, I'm from Canada, we were not in our countries. We were outside, and we are still be able to do our business. And that's because, the platform that we have and the online that we have. So um, everything makes it easier to be able to uh, reach that global reach, have that global reach, and also, have that 24/7 available to you to be able to do your business. So that's the beauty. Okay, so we have Erica Cleo, and to say, yeah, thank you, Eric. Thank you for your comment, and thank you for watching. So yeah, so that's the things that we love about this, that it lets you to earn, even when you're not online. And many times, we're sleeping, and we wake up, and we wake up with a blessing. So
Mhm.
that's amazing, to see how the business works. And it allows this online business, is allowing a lot of people to be able to have a better lifestyle, you know, where you have not stress, where you get to have that work-life balance and be able to spend with your loved ones and not missing any milestones, especially if you have kids. So it's beautiful, to have that available to you. All right, so let's go to the third point.
Okay, build multiple streams of income. Financial independence is about security. Online businesses models allow you to diversify, whether it's through a digital, digital product, high ticket sales, or affiliate marketing, giving you more ways to earn and less resilience on one source. So, this is something else that we really like about this business model. I mean, there was a lot of things I liked about this business model when I found it. And I was nervous to join just because I didn't have the experience on a business and I didn't have the experience on the social media part of it. But we have digital products, whether it's whether you have the experience or not. With the training, you can really have, you gain the knowledge really fast, depending on how much time you're investing in the training and how well you're adapting to the business, because your mindset has to, it will shift when you join the business, when you don't have that, when you're not coming from a business background. A lot of times we bring our employees mindset, and we are always thinking like, okay, well, I joined the business, now the business is going to work for me and I don't have to worry about anything. But because we're so used to going to work for somebody, doing the work, and then getting a paycheck in return. But when you have your business, you have to do more than that, because you're growing something of your own. So you need to work on your mindset. You need to really shift that mindset onto an entrepreneur. You have to think, you have to be able to solve problems, and see how you can uh, make things better every day. So it's a business, but at the same time we don't have to be selling, and we don't have to be bugging, and we don't have to be going after people to make our business grow, because we have this online business that has global reach, and we don't have to really think so much about chasing people, because it's affiliated marketing, it's attraction marketing, and you just do it, leveraging your story, talking about the changes that you're going through, how everything is shifting for you thanks to this opportunity. And we have different streams of income in this business. We start small, but then as our business grows, everything starts growing, and you start making different streams of income thanks to this opportunity. So you don't have to just have one, but you can have several streams of income thanks to this online business.
Yeah, thank you, Isabel. Yeah, and this is a thing that we talk at the beginning of our life. You cannot rely today, nowadays, you cannot rely only on one source of income. Okay, so you need to have more than one source of income. Like you cannot put, one egg in one basket. You have to put it in several baskets because when one doesn't work, you go to deal, you have to still have three more baskets that you can rely on. So that's the same thing, with the income streams. You need to have several income streams, and that's, with this online business opportunity that we have, you start with one, but as you go through your journey, you get to get more income streams. So you get to open more income streams. So that's the beauty of it, because you not only rely on one, you have more income streams. And and the thing is, like we mentioned before, the scalability of the business. Yes, we start small, but it keeps growing, to the point that, like many people start this on the side, and then eventually, this side or plan B, business surpasses their actual income stream. So that's the beauty of it. And yes, you can do that through uh, the different way of income streams, like digital products, high ticket sales, or affiliate marketing, So there's different ways that you can have those different income streams. And that is what allows you to be able to build that financial stability. On a previous slide we were talking more about this topic, and statistics were saying, people who have made self-made millionaires, they don't rely on only one income stream. They have more than three or four income streams. So um, that's why, they're being able to make themselves, millionaires because of that, because they have different ways of their gaining their income. So that's what you need to have. You cannot rely on only one income. Okay, so we have arrived to the end. So what is our key takeaway for our topic today?
Our key takeaway for today: financial independence isn't just about money, it's about choices. The choice to work where you want, spend more time with your family, travel, and invest in causes you're about. And the best time to start building that, now, before life forces you to. So this is what we truly enjoy about this business, is the not just the financial independence, but having the choice to work anywhere you go, with your family, taking your kids to school, just being present, being fully present for your family, and doing this business. It really gives you so much peace and joy.
Yes. And like I say, the last question, it's better to start this building it that, now than, before life forces you, or what we call, the aha moment. You don't
Yeah.
want to wait for the aha moment. You wanna be proactive and take action now. Okay, so and then what is our message to the audience?
Okay, our message for you today is: if this resonates with you, drop the word wealth in the comments, and we will share the free info session that helps us, or that helped us and so many others get started. Everything gets started with that info session. It's completely free. So send us a message and we will share it with you.
Yes. So we have arrived to the end of our live. So we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We do have some like emojis here from Han MW and Speedy SP. So thank you so much for your like emoji and for watching, and also for the comment that we had today previously. So, if you guys want to know a little bit more about this online business opportunity, um, here are the three ways that you can do that. So, you can put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message. So that way we can answer any questions that you might have, or you can register directly into our website with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar, which we have live webinars every Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time. So that's 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. So when you register into our website, you receive an email that will contain two links. So the first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday, one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. And the second link is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. So we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. If now you're probably wondering, okay, so but what is it that we're gonna find out on the webinar? So on the webinar, you're gonna find out how our online business plan works, and also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So if you're catching the replay, yes, from yesterday before next Tuesday's live webinar, here were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Okay, our hosts for yesterday were this power couple here, Chris and Karen. Chris is a former firefighter, and Karen is a former vice principal for an elementary school. Rishma is a stay at home mom thanks to this business. C. Hall is an accountant. Lala is a former childcare teacher and now boss free. Regina is a former medical healthcare worker. And Bishu is a pharmacist. We also had Hetal, she's a charter accountant and a job quitter. Shay Sri is an online business owner. So we have a lot of people that are doing this business full time now. They started it as a plan B, but thanks to this amazing opportunity, they're able to just dedicate themselves to this online business. So if you want to learn more, don't forget to register. Or if you want more information, just send us a direct message and we'll be happy to help you.
Yes, so if you're catching the replay of yesterday's live webinar, replays has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So if you guys are watching us from Facebook and you guys are not following us, you can follow us up here on the top to get to know us a little bit more, who we are and what type of content we post. If you're watching us from YouTube and you haven't subscribed to our channel, you can subscribe to our channel and press that notification bell to get notified when we post new contents and when we go in lives. And we'll be happy to be guiding you along the way when you feel ready. So you're never alone on this journey, like we mentioned. Okay, so let's find out what is our topic for next Friday.
Okay, next Friday, we're going to have Mentorship Matters. Why having a coach changes everything. And it does change everything when you have somebody walking alongside, showing you, guiding you, and helping you along the way.
Yes. So next Friday, we'll dive into how the right guidance can speed up your success and help you avoid costly mistakes. Yeah, and that's why it's great to have a mentor and a coach to guide you along the way. And so you don't do it alone and you speed up the process. That's the whole point. All right. So I want to say thank you to everyone. I want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Friday for those who are on Friday, and a happy and blessed Saturday for those who are on Saturday, and a happy and blessed weekend ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today. And until the next episode of the Empowering Lives Through an Online Business. So see you next Friday with the topic that we just mentioned. So stay tuned for that. That's a good one to hear. So thank you again for being here with us. God bless you all. And thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a blessed weekend.